All right, so yes, it has been a while. Currently looking at Lord El Malloy. I'm literally, Otaku's whole intro here. It's like, yeah, because I had to look at it real quick. Yeah, wow. Literally, yeah, Gray. We got Rain is like, wow. Yeah, it's like this whole time I was looking at it, and I'm just looking at Lord El Malloy. I'm like, whoa, okay, well, there we go. That's where it was from. Then like, yeah, because I don't even remember the like Mystic Code videos too much, like who we really talked about, or like Mystic Eyes, but they were probably one of the main people that he was talking about. Gray and like Grayness, like, nah, man. But yeah, cool to see. Definitely more Mystic Codes, Mystic Eyes in that anime. I see how it correlates here. Yeah, it's just kind of cool to me. Even if it really doesn't, yeah, I'm not gonna connect to this because right now I'm looking at what Phantasmal Species, but still, just cool how it all linked up. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Gray, ain't it, from Otaku's intro? So yeah, this whole time, if he was mainly talking about someone, mainly showing someone, it would be someone from Lord El Malloy. I mean, that's literally anything Magecraft, that whole anime. But other than that, though, I hope you guys will enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hey, man, let's just get this thing started.
I find it important for us to know the truth of what exists in this world, no matter how grim or obscure.
Yeah, just all these things that exist.
Oh,
look at that!
Often dangerous creatures
and I just saw that.
Thus,
hey man, Lord El Malloy.
Phantasmal species, covering them broadly while including specific examples where applicable. It might be hard to believe, given how generally peaceful the world is now.
Okay, what is
years
that?
ago, during the Age of Gods, Earth was home to all manner of fantastical and legendary creatures. Our typical understanding of biology and evolution took a back seat to the same forces that allowed gods to be born from human worship. In fact, the process of their creation is very much akin to the gods, whom we've discussed in relation to divine constructs. These different creatures can either exist through the legends and fantasies told by humans, or through the will of the planet itself. Their strength and influence are tied to the same factors as other mysteries, as legends gain notoriety with the passage of time. Mind you, while phantasmal species have arisen from the lore of man, they certainly aren't desired by humans, serving more of a threat in most cases. As such, any species existing in the modern era do so in hiding, while most have left this world for the reverse side. Often, phantasmal species are referred to as magical beasts, as they do not fit the planet's natural ecosystem. Mind you, this is something entirely separate from the beasts of humanity that counter-guardians are summoned to defeat. They are ranked by the strength of their existences. At the lowest end are monstrous or demonic beasts. More rare and more powerful are the phantasmal beasts that tower over them, and the highest rank are divine beasts. Some of the species we'll cover fall into this category, beasts of the Millennium rank, and are just as famous as the godly legends they're a part of. Not even standard Magecraft can harm such creatures, as their strength is more on par with that of true magic. The most common type of phantasmal species existing today is the Chimera, mainly in part to how they can be created and manipulated through modern Magecraft. Chimera is a blanket term
just looks
that
crazy.
refers to composite creatures, beings formed by fusing parts of different beasts into a single
it's like a
functioning body.
Bat, scorpion.
The most iconic variant
I don't
is
know.
certainly a lion mixed with the tail of a snake.
Your tail of a
Chimera
in a
can
goat.
be found in the wild,
Okay.
hidden within lands that mankind has yet to develop. In addition, these synthetic beasts play a role in the zoology department in the Mages Association.
Zoology, yes.
I dare say that such experimentation is unethical, but this is the association after all.
Yeah, like I said, it's just cool how it all just links up.
Born in the modern era. Without the long-lasting legacy of other phantasmal species, gremlins are considered weak vermin that nest in electrical machines and appliances, often swarming around open ley lines. A species common in Celtic mythology is the demon boar. While there are a number of
looking
common variants of the
alright.
species, the individual creature most associated with the name comes from the legend of Diarmuid a Dwybna, a knight of Fianna from the Fenian cycle. In this story, Diarmuid's father Dun becomes jealous of and kills Diarmuid's half-brother Congus. Upon discovering his dead body, Congus is reincarnated as a monstrous boar, destined to kill Diarmuid. Perhaps just as famous is the Caledonian boar from Greek mythology. When the goddess Artemis became angry that the city of Caledon failed to prepare offerings for her in their harvest festival, she dispatched upon the city a gigantic boar that would ravage their crops. This boar was made the target of a famous hunt, in which various archers would compete to take it down. Ironically, the one to fatally wound the boar was Artemis's beloved foster child, Atalante. As a heroic spirit, Atalante is known to carry the boar's pelt, transforming her into a more aggressive and bestial form. Another demon boar can also
that just explained like so much out of nowhere.
And stole from the innocent, and as penance, was turned into a demonic boar with a razor, scissors, and comb strewn about within his hair. Rather than pacifying the killer, this transformation only heightened his rage, spurring him and his piglets to attack Britain. King Artoria set out on a swine hunt, and with the help of her canine companion Caval, she chased the demon boar from her land. In addition to demon boars, there also exist divine bulls, also referred to as god bulls, or air-walking thunder bulls. They earn this title by being manifestations of the god Zeus, after he transformed into a bull in an attempt to seduce Europa. Two bulls, thought of as children of Zeus, are tasked with pulling the Gordius Wheel, a heavenly chariot made to honor Zeus.
Hey man, my boy, yeah, Iskandar, yeah.
Both the bulls and chariot when he, dare I say, solved the puzzle of the Gordian knot.
That's all I was thinking about. He was like air-walking bulls and stuff. I'm like, ain't that Iskandar?
Using the bull's thunderous footsteps to trample
yeah,
his
that's my
foes,
boy.
as well as soar through the skies. Other divine bulls exist, such as those tied to the legend of Asterios. When King Minos broke a promise with Poseidon to sacrifice a divine bull, his wife was cursed to lust after bulls, and from her womb came Asterios, a hybrid between man and bull, who was feared as the horrific Minotauros of the labyrinth. The Minotaur, as he is famously known, is a phantasmal beast despite being one of a kind. The Greek demigod Heracles did battle against some of the most intimidating phantasmal species. First was the Nemean lion, a divine beast whose deep-seated rejection for humanity could conjure its own singularity. Heracles, with his own bare hands, fought this lion to its death,
yes, of
claiming
course.
its fur, the pelt of the divine beast, to use as a veil to cover his face from the works of mankind. Then there's the Hydra, a monstrous beast with regenerating heads and deadly poisonous venom that instantly kills its victims. Even its breath is poisonous, rotting the lungs of nearby humans. Even immortal beings, such as Charon, have suffered so horribly from a Hydra's poison that they cast aside their divinity so they can escape through death. Most iconic is the Lernaean Hydra, fought by Heracles as part of the 12 Labors. Each time Heracles would sever one of its heads, it would grow back, forcing him to finally slay the beast with his bow and the technique 9 lives, through which he shot 100 heads simultaneously.
Yeah, just shoot
Hydra,
so much
in
they
their
can't even
infancy, are
regenerate.
referred to as juvenile Hydra, and surprisingly, the Mages Association was able to preserve one such Hydra at the clock tower. It has since been given to the necromancer Kairi Shishigo in exchange for participating in the Great Holy Grail War of Trephus. Amazingly, this allowed Kairi to construct a powerful antidote. While still on the topic of Charon, his race of centaur fall under the classification of phantasmal species as demi-humans. As you can see, centaurs are beings with the upper body of a human.
I mean,
the lower body
yeah,
of a
that,
horse.
he is, yeah, literal
Charon,
centaur,
being a
right?
sage and teacher, is actually an outlier to the typical centaurs,
Hey, man, got the half and
which are thought
half.
to be savage and ignorant of knowledge. Heracles' 6th labor involves the Stymphalian birds. Giant man-eating birds who swarmed Arcadia's countryside, destroying land, crops, and innocent people.
Hey man, might as well do all
Despite
12
being
labors
pets of
then.
Artemis,
You know, like,
cherished by Ares,
hey,
Heracles chased
let me
them
see
from
all
the
that.
peninsula to stop their carnage.
Because honestly, I actually never knew all 12 labors. Like,
horse that was normally quite peaceful.
you
The
know?
most iconic Pegasus is one given to Medusa. by the
Yes,
sea
I
god
know that
Poseidon.
Pegasus.
In order to bring this creature into battle, she must use the special bridle known as Bellerophon, forcing her Pegasus to use its wings to generate shockwaves that tear apart their surroundings. When Medusa was decapitated by the hero Perseus, legends state that her Pegasus was reborn anew from the blood pouring from her headless corpse. The form of Medusa killed by Perseus, the Gorgon, also counts as a phantasmal species, despite being the only one of her kind.
Oh, just like
Athena cursed Medusa to mutate
Ea
into
from the Prisma Ea
At its
movie.
final
Yeah,
stages, Medusa could not contain her destructive nature, causing her to kill
yeah,
even
it
her two
looks
beloved
literally
sisters.
identical.
Then we have the Griffin, a monstrous beast akin to a chimera in that it consists of the body, tail, and back legs of a lion, alongside the head and wings of an eagle. On occasion, a griffin will mate with a mare, ignoring all known biological processes to create a hippogriff, a lesser creature with
No
the
matter
body of
what,
an
this
eagle and the lower body
easily
of a horse.
ignores the biological,
This
like,
otherwise hypothetical
what?
animal exists through mystery as a phantasmal
Yeah.
species, one of which is known most for being a mount used by Astolfo, one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne, going so far as to fly him to the moon.
Yeah, he
While
does
the
right on
hippogriff
that.
is physically inferior to its griffin parent, their true strength comes from simply existing. By denying such an impossible combination, hippogriffs gain reality-bending abilities, such as dimensional shifting, phasing through attacks at the cost of mana. Perhaps more intimidating is the Kelpie, which in Gaelic means water horse.
Yeah, what is
It is
this?
a water demon that existed in Britain's northern islands, and is known for devouring the flesh of young women. It can change from its four-legged form into a winged water bird. Such monsters can be found in the 7th labyrinth of Kalbak Alcatraz. Born from the planet are fairies, a blanket term to refer to all manner of nature spirits.
Like I
some
said,
being
something that looks
sprites with wings, and others being goblins
like it was
and
some
striggons.
Stranger Things or
Just
something.
like the planet, they are known to have a strained relationship with humans. Some, such as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake, grant magical items forged by the planet, while others are ferocious creatures that would sooner feast on human flesh. Similarly, there are giants that exist across various mythologies. There are the Jotnar from Scandinavian legends, including Surtur, the fiery king of giants, as well as the Titans from Greek myth. Then there's the white titan Sephar, or Velber 02, sent from an alien source passing through the cosmos. If not for the light of Excalibur to slay Sephar, human history as we know it may not have survived to see a modern era. Other noteworthy giants include the Protean monster
It just
Grendel,
shows how
slain
strong
by
Excalibur
Beowulf,
is,
and
right?
Caligorante, the giant that Astolfo captured and paraded around town as a part of his adventures. Similar to centaurs, there are Lamia, humans with the lower body of a snake. They are known for drinking blood, inspiring the name Lamiros, a class of vampire altogether different from a dead apostle. The only known Lamiros outside of legends is Volfang Faustus. By the authority of Babylonia's primordial goddess Tiamat, there exist a variety of demonic beasts born to serve her. When Chaldea's master Ritsuka Fujimaru went back in time to a singularity of this era, Tiamat's stand-in, the Gorgon, dispatched these beasts to attack the city of Uruk. One of the highest ranking of Tiamat's beasts is the Bashmu, a massive poisonous snake with front claws. The Bashmu,
Yeah,
being a
snake.
divine species, is
I'm
so
like, I don't
strong
know
that when
what that
Semiramis
is.
summons
I mean,
one
I
in
know it's a
battle,
snake,
she can
obviously,
only
but like,
conjure its top half.
what else is it?
From
Yeah.
North and Central America, the goddess Quetzalcoatl commanded a phantasmal species called the Quetzalcoatlus. They take the form of Cretaceous-era pterosaurs, but are more powerful than those existing naturally. They are the largest flying animals in history, and when serving Quetzalcoatl, they command rain, wind, and lightning. Egyptian mythology brings us the Sphinx, as well as other guardian beasts which serve King Ozymandias. Sphinx are lion-bodied beasts with the faces of humans. Their glorious wings are the incarnation of the sky god Horus, able to manifest winds and fire. The king of these sphinxes is known as Wehem Mesut, the Cosmos Sphinx.
No.
It can be seen through Ozymandias' noble phantasm, Abu El-Hol Sphinx,
I don't even want to mess
the
with that.
lion-bodied beast of the hot sands.
If you got the body of like the galaxy or something, space, nah, bro. I don't want to be nearby that. Whether it's good or bad, I'm just saying.
Golden werewolves are considered the strongest, with silver wolves coming in second. They've spent their time through the modern era, living in the mountains.
Yeah, I remember
of Northern
seeing
Europe,
this one.
struggling to survive as their females fail to conceive children. There are plenty of Asian phantasmal spirits as well, including Shen, a giant clam from Chinese folklore, whose breath rising from the seafloor creates mirages. In a fossilized state, it was eaten by Kiara Seshoin, fusing with her body in the Mariana Trench, granting her the power of illusions. Japanese mythology introduces us to demonic yokai, including terrifying spider demons known as Tsuchigumo.
Hags.
The strongest of these demons,
Oh no.
no Mikasa, once presided over Mount Oe before being struck down by Minamoto no Raiko. Another kind of demon, the Oni, was extremely common during Japanese history, but is now entirely extinct. Symbolized by raging fire, Oni exist either as non-human beings born as Oni, or humans who became Oni throughout their life, including many who are mixed blood, such as those in the Tono family. Oftentimes, these families try to suppress their Oni tendencies in order to live in human society. That said, there are dozens of pure-blood Oni who have gone down in history, such as the seductive Shuten Doji and hot-headed Ibaraki Doji. Not all phantasmals are quite so violent, however. Succubi and incubi, for instance, manipulate and feed upon dreams. The female variant, or succubus, can maintain eternal youth by draining a man's bodily fluids.
Yes,
These creatures are often thought of as promiscuous, but this is not always the case.
No, all
For
about
instance,
succubi,
Merlin,
right?
the mage from Arthurian legend, is a half-incubus who can subsist simply from
Okay,
dreams,
looking kinda cool.
using what he learns through them to maintain a human composure. By far,
He's got that
the
unique
most
style to him.
phantasmal species are dragons. Legends about dragons pervade almost every mythology known to man, taking on a variety of forms across cultures, and different kinds of dragons are ranked between all three classes of phantasmal species. There are dragons of tremendous renown, such as Fafnir, a monster chronicled in both the legends of Sigurd and Siegfried, establishing the
I know about that
iconic archetype
dragon.
of a fire-breathing beast that guards its treasure. In many cases, there are humans who possess the blood of dragons, using this power and passing it down between generations. Such is the case with Artoria Pendragon, who embodies the red dragon. In addition, there are many subspecies of dragons, such as the much smaller wyverns that happen to be weak to a particular samurai. Beyond all we've discussed so far, there are some phantasmal species that have no classification. Among them is Kurid, the beast of billows from the sea, whose roar can conjure tornadoes. It is most famous for its skull, which was used
They're gonna, I mean, yeah, they're gonna be powerful, right? Looking like this, they better be like...
Then there's Leviathan, a mythological figure from the Old Testament. While there have been no direct sightings of such a creature, Leviathan is described as a giant demonic beast that lives within the sea as a serpent, capable of stirring massive waves just by swimming. Leviathan can be found as one of the components making up the alter ego servant Meltrilis. Legends also detail that Leviathan was the mother of Tarask, a dragon pacified by Saint Martha. Bicorns and unicorns are phantasmal species known to purify human souls. Of course, it is no surprise that mages would find a way to weaponize this power.
Yeah, that definitely looks something divine right there.
Of the Holy Church was
just from the
created by
look of
slaying
it,
a
at
unicorn
least.
and using its horn as a key to purge cursed beings. Lastly, the crestworms created by the Mato family count as
The
phantasmal
worms.
species. These worms actually come in various shapes in order to complete different tasks. The more sickening lust or blood worms feed on humans and their magical energy. They can merge together to imitate a human shape, providing Zokin Mato a series of disposable bodies he can use to prolong his life. In summation, phantasmal species are creatures that exist in spite of natural laws. Like gods, most of them are born from legends, growing stronger as those legends pervade. Even so, With the decline of the Age of Gods, the majority of these creatures have either gone extinct or have fled to the reverse side of the world. The few that can still be found in the modern era are either hidden away or survive through mage experimentation.
Hey
I
man,
implore you to treat this lesson as one would learning
I
of the
would
dinosaurs,
love to like ride on that,
acknowledging the
like,
past shape the world today.
I mean,
As
have
we
that
just spent
fight
this
with
lesson
me,
looking
like,
back into the past, for our next lesson,
what?
I wish to speak of what is perhaps the future of all modern Magecraft, Spiritrons.
Yeah,
Whether it pertains to the
Spiritrons.
exploits of Chaldea or the mysteries of the Moon Cell, Spiritrons may in fact prove more useful as mana in the natural world continues to decline.
Okay, and then that is it. Yeah, I would definitely love to fight with whatever, the dragon, snake. Hey man, whatever. That's just, hey man, that's me right there. And he got the fire too. Oh yeah. Nah, bro, that is all me. But yeah. So these species, yeah, this is actually gonna be easy to remember, and you know who's gonna be phantasmal species or not. Cause like it's people or not people, but oh yeah, maybe people. But things that I've already seen before. So like Astrophil, yeah, I've already seen him. You know, ride on his. Then Kron, I mean, obviously, yeah, that's the most easiest. I already know what Kron is. There was someone. Well, yeah, Medusa now, cause from Prisma E, cause I haven't seen her in this form yet, but yeah, Prisma E, I would definitely remember that from that movie. Yeah, definitely the Pegasus. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the simple stuff that I've already seen. Of course, a Hydra. Yeah, it's like something you would always see. Yeah, Iskandar. Yeah, definitely easy to remember. This one too. Yeah, like I don't want to say too much, but I did remember seeing her have something similar to that, but I did not, like, I saw the full body of it, so I didn't know. Yeah, it was literally a part of her. Yeah, I remember her like having something similar, but yeah, I got the literal story behind it, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, there we go, took it out, and that's why she, you know, was the way she was, right? And was Apocrypha, yeah. I'm like, dang, that really explains a lot. You know, it just gives me more information of from Atalante. So I like that. Yeah, man. So really, to be honest, just literally a mix of different species. Yeah, still, well, yeah, because I don't even know what that would fall under, but like, I know Lord El Malloy, and especially like this, it was so, like, Waver, he was explaining something about Jupiter. It had to do with this episode right here, with these rat beasts, whatever, that fed off the electricity. Yeah, cause I'm like, how did the planets align with the? I don't even think it was because of the monsters here or the beasts, but I remember he was talking something about Jupiter, and then it was his very first case, right? When they were talking about like what the 7 planets theory or something, like the head was like, and I don't know exactly, but like for example, the head was like Saturn. I think the torso was like maybe Jupiter or something. I don't know. And then the arms were like different planets. Yeah, I'm like, I just need a little more explanation on that as well. Cause I'm like, I can go back and remember, but I'm like, yeah, let me at least see a proper explanation, not just from the anime itself. So I'm pretty sure I'm getting closer to that, because yeah, he only has like what 40 videos in Magecraft, so yeah. And honestly, I was just planning on just pretty much grinding through all these anyways. But yeah, this was pretty cool though. Got to see these phantasmal beasts, species at least. And And good. I mean, yeah, pretty much watched literally like all the anime, seen most of the movies already. So yeah, just perfect. It's like things that I've already seen. It's like, oh, bet. Well, I already know what it is. It's easier for me to remember now. And if anything, it's just like, yeah, just remember their literal just combination of just different species, right? So it could be a snake and a dragon, a centaur and Pegasus. Like, yeah, if it's really weird looking, then yeah, just know it's a phantasmal beast. Especially this. I'm like, I do not want to mess with that. What? No. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, the worms. Hey, like, and that's like literally one of the first species that, yeah, I would know about. Yeah, that was the first that I've seen. Cause you know, I went from the literal just, yeah, main story from beginning to end. So got that. And then we have whatever with this cube here, spear, whatever. So yeah, that should be it. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. And yeah, go make sure to check out the Lord El Malloy. Yeah, well, I was talking about that the most throughout this year. Make sure to go check that out. I'm definitely enjoying it. Love the detective work. And right now I'm like on episode, well, I just got done with 6 and 7, so I should be, yeah, episode 8 and beyond after I'm done with this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll just see you guys in the next one.